So I want to start off like you started your career in London. You started in the corporate world. You moved back to Pakistan, and you were part of Genesis, which is a multi-billion-dollar company. You got laid off. Where did the pivot to entrepreneurship start?
Yeah. So the pivot to entrepreneurship. So I mean, look, I've been a UK resident since 1992.
Okay.
Okay, and against all odds, against my father's wishes, I came back. He didn't want me to come back, right? And thankfully, I came back.
Yeah.
Because there were two things that changed my life when I came back. When I was working for Genesis, at that time, getting five.
So by the way, this isn't Genesis, the car company.
No,
Our viewers.
No. So it's not the car company. It's Genesis is a customer experience, a telecommunication company. And at that time, it was a $1.6 billion company. Today, it's a $20 billion company. And we're still affiliated. One of my companies is still affiliated with them, and we have a majority market share in Pakistan for them and in the Middle East as well. So, and I was sort of, living the highs, getting $5,500 at the age of 26, loving it, and was going to Afghanistan, Bangladesh, very frequent at that time. And then when they announced laying off, obviously, and the acquisition or the spin-off that happened, that was a time and we said that, who will employ us now, right? I mean, from that level, really, should we, and we had built some relationships in the Middle East by then, right?
Yeah.
In that 1.5, 2 years. So we said that, why don't we talk to them and say that you have projects and we'll send you people for implementation. And that's what happened, right? And in fact, prior to that, when I was during Genesis time, in fact, there was a very terrible incident that happened in my life. My mother was shot in Karachi.
Oh, wow.
This was in 2008, I think, 2008. And I remember I was at Movenpick at that time, distributing some awards or something. And that whole incident actually was a reinstatement for me that I need to stay here, right? I mean, because I was always non-content and what am I doing here and all of that. So that incident really reminded me why I'm here. And that then, obviously then from Genesis period ending, we said, why don't we create a resource arbitrage hub over here, which is, we saw other companies in India and in Pakistan that have these 400-500 resources, and they're providing services to the Middle East and everywhere. So we started off with 1 or 2 projects, small projects, maybe $25,000 of services where, my partner, he went for the implementation maybe, or, whatever. What changed our lives was from a 2-man company to a big company was this project in Standard Chartered Bank.
Okay.
Standard Chartered Bank Pakistan had selected a technology Genesis globally, right? So now they were looking for the implementation partner who will implement this technology for us in Pakistan. So there was this guy from Singapore. His name was Chris Drew, I think, Chris Drew. And he was from Singapore, and he came and he said that he wants to meet the vendors. So he met us, 2-man company, and he met Teradata. So we were sitting in the conference room. He used to ask us questions and we used to answer him. He used to ask us questions, we used to answer him. He said, guys, stop answering. We want them to answer. So he asked the question.
You were competing in the same room?
Yeah, in the same room.
Teradata is a large,
it's a large and
very big
we were
company.
ex-Teradata.
Yeah.
So they had new people there sitting now, right? So they had, once Chris asked them a question, they said that we'll get back to you. 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 So Chris said, these are the guys you need to work with. So then we didn't have an office. We didn't have anything. And it's Standard Chartered Bank. And then I had to pull off something that I told my friend. I said, listen, empty your office. I might need to show them as my office.
Wow.
But I didn't need to do that.
Yeah.
I didn't need to do that. So because they want to see a company, right? They don't want to see 2 people. I mean, why would Standard Chartered want to work with them?
Yeah.
That was the first contract. $167,000 for services, not for a product, for implementation. जिस मुल्क में companies technology बेचती हैं, hardware की ये price है, software is this price, services, all inclusive. That's what's written normally.
Yeah.
In that country, we were able to just sell services, project management, development, implementation, $167,000. I remember, I can see that view in front of my eyes, right? Then we hired people, tuck, from everywhere, from Teradata, from here and there, and we built a team, we delivered that project, and then it was obviously...
But this is such an important lesson in business because everybody thinks they need to figure it out before getting the contract.
Money is not a problem. By the way, whoever thinks that for a business to start, you need money is the biggest crap.
I want you to say that again.
To start a business, you don't need money. You need an idea. You need an idea. You need a plan.
Yep.
Every business will fail without a plan.
Okay.
You don't have a plan, you'll fail. I'll keep telling people that no matter what you do, you don't have a plan, you will fail. But money will come in if you have a good idea. People invest in people. People invest in people, not in companies, not in products. They invest in people.
Yes.
Right? We've been able to do that. It's just, people buy from people, people invest from people, in people, right? And वो कहते हैं ना कि you need to show legacy, cash flow. I don't think so. It's just people invest in people.
I say this so often at every single event when I meet somebody young. The biggest problem they have is we don't have an investment. We don't have money to start with. And I keep telling them, and it's my favorite saying, my team will probably be annoyed by how many times I say this, but people buy from people they like and they trust.
Yeah.
It's not about how much money you have in the account. It's not about how big your company is or what your payroll's looking like or how many people you have sitting in your office. It's just you.
But it's easy for you and me to say that because we're salesmen.
That's true.
It's not easy for the guy who's a finance
or a
entrepreneur or a back-end developer to go and to create that comfort with an investor. That's the problem.
But they have to develop that skill over time as well.
So some skills are developed, some skills are inherent.
Yes.
Right? So partner with someone who knows how to sell. Right?
Yes.
Why are you being selfish? I am a developer and I am an accountant and we are building a product. You two can't survive. You need a third person who can sell, who can market. Any business and every business, it will not survive without sales.
Of course.
So sales to lao na. Banda sales wala to lao na. Ek tech geek or a finance geek, he will not be able to scale that business. He needs to partner with someone with a sales acumen. You can't learn that acumen over 3 months, 4 months. I don't think so.
No, you can't.
It's very instilled from, I think traveling frequently international as a child gave me a lot of, how I am and how I'm shaped today. Exposure, talking to different people, different age groups, that really, I added value. But sitting in a room and coding and thinking that you build the best product and this will be the mind-blowing technology, but without salesmen, you don't have anything.
Yeah, so it's also to your point, it's not just about having the best idea, it's also the execution on the idea, right? Because nothing sells itself. Like people say my product will sell itself. There is no product on earth. Like if you look at Apple, for example, and you look at their iPhones every year, they spend hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars on their marketing and their adverts, and they're hiring the best talent. And why are they pushing out all that money when they have the best product, the best phone in the world at this moment in time?
Absolutely.
It's because sales and marketing is very, very, very important. So to your point, what you're saying is if you're a developer, if you're a back-end person, or to generalize this, if you want a quote-unquote salesperson, but you have a good idea or product, what you should do is find somebody who is good at selling or good at marketing, partner up with them, and you have a higher chance of succeeding.
Yeah, and look, there are some companies right now, I think, either Snowflake or some of the other ones, Claude, I think, they don't have a single salesperson. That is true. But their co-founders are salespersons.
I see.
Right? So when at a leadership level you have that sales acumen and that sales thing, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Because then it's tech selling to tech.
Yes.
Right? So it really, in this environment, and I've learned a lot of things that how traditional software companies and traditional ITs, we're all service businesses in Pakistan, right? And it's unfortunate. We will become a graveyard of IT service businesses because the way agentic AI and the way things are changing and evolving. So for us, we need to really adopt to all of these new changes that are happening. Otherwise, we will become redundant and not valuable to the world, right?
And what's the solution to this?
Solution is, I think I'm in between two companies, one destroying the other, right? It's a great place to be in, but people would say that's not a good place to be in. Why are you destroying the other company? If I don't destroy it, someone else will destroy it.
It's a good way to look at it.
Right? So, so the solution is, if you ask me, is patience. number one. It's R&D, right? And enough of sort of being infatuated with foreign products and selling those foreign products for, earning some margin and then obviously some implementation services, because that's gone. I mean, those days
Nothing
are gone.
proprietary.
Nothing
Anybody
proprietary.
can replace you.
Your valuation will not be significant in anything. Now, we do, and in Pakistan, I would say that we have the most talented minds. We've always extorted these minds. We've always, and there's been a talent drain. Why? Because any say it, as I say it, will not give the benefit to the talented individual who he's hired. He will not even give him equity, right? I've given equity to two co-founders at the age of 26 पे दी थी उनको मैंने दोनों को equity co-founders in दोनों, right? And no one does that.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Nobody.
No one.
And I've had conversations with friends who also run IT companies, and they tell me, Omar, it's the biggest mistake you're making giving equity to your leadership team. And I always push back. I said, you are
Give them
making
ESOP.
a mistake.
Give them ESOP.
Yeah.
Give them ESOP.
Yeah.
Employee stock options.
Yeah.
Right. Don't give them straight up equity, but obviously the founding members you need to give equity.
You have to.
Because I know the value of my co-founder, right?
Exactly.
The what I don't have, he has.
Yeah.
Right. And I need that. And I need that permanent. So for the leadership team, for the essential puzzle, you need to give them equity, and then you can give ESOP to your leadership team, because how will you retain them? Because these guys are getting jobs, $5,000, $10,000 from New Zealand, from Australia. How would you retain them? Right? So I think giving them equity, ESOP, is the best way to sort of retain them.
Yeah.